Supreme Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, ṉNNAMDI KANU, has replied PAF after they insisted that nnamdi KANU is dead and buried. I came up with this story recently and I analyzed a bit about this and I saw the reactions of people. We don't know what PAF is. What is Peace Accord? Anyway, they said they are from the north and the south. That is the whole of Nigeria, right? After the group insisted that nnamdi KANU is dead and buried, describing PAF as a non-existent and faceless group. This is according to IPOB. What? We saw a name and we tried to find out. I tried to Google what is PAF. I couldn't see any of their logo, but there is a name of a man and the man is from Edo State, according to the name. Now, the federal government is using faceless groups, according to IPOB, to attack it because its leader, ṉNNAMDI KANU, is always exposing and criticizing them. IPOB, in a statement made by its media and publicity secretary, Ima Powerful, therefore told Peace Accord Forum, a group it described as non-existent, faceless, without any base, and an attack dog for the federal government, and that it will vanish like the lady blogger Kemi Ololoyo that propagated the lies that its leader, ṉNNAMDI KANU, is dead. Now, describing the alleged federal government's action as defeatist move, IPOB expressed gladness that its activities are unsettling Nigerian government, making it jittery and panicking. In their words, they said, our leader, ṉNNAMDI KANU, sustained expository messages on Radio Biafra and other media platforms. And this has been sending jitters into the spine of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. IPOB statement reads again, we the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by ṉNNAMDI KANU, have noticed with interest the Nigerian government's use of a faceless and non-existent group called Peace Accord Forum to defend itself against pure redemption messages of our leader, resulting to hiring faceless and amorphous groups to defend incontrovertible expositions by our leader. ṉNNAMDI KANU is nothing but an undeniable sign. Is nothing but an undeniable sign of total defeat. That is what they said, according to ṉNNAMDI KANU, that this is nothing but an undeniable sign of total defeat. We are now glad to know that the cabal running Nigeria is more than ever jittery and in irreversible panic mode over our leader's sustained expository messages on Radio Biafra and other media platforms about its misrule. They have confirmed their morbid fear about the truth our leader is revealing. Hence, their resort to recruiting faceless groups as their attack dogs. The charade called press release by the so-called Peace Accord Forum, published in a national newspaper of May 7, 2020, was a poor scripted. The purported body of northern and southern organizations, as claimed in the publication, is nothing but a creation of the deflated organization, as there is nothing like such group anywhere in Nigeria. They are faceless. For the discerning minds, the report has no writer, as it is a tradition in authentic newspaper reports everywhere in the world. If they are real, at least there will be the name of the writer, aside a name that was mentioned. And the name that was mentioned is one man that we don't even know who he is, but the name sounds is a name from Edo State anyway. We don't know if they just came up with two disjointed names and they just brought it together. We don't know. They went on to say, as if that was not enough blunder, why is the group losing sleep over the words of a dead man, nnamdi KANU, since it claims that our leader, nnamdi KANU, is dead and buried? If nnamdi KANU is dead, why bother to respond him? Why bother to respond to him? We do not need to dissipate energy proving that our leader is alive, ill and healthy, as he comes live on air during his broadcast every Wednesday and Sunday. nnamdi KANU gives real time and responds to question during his live broadcast. And they are pushing and sending this message to Jubril Al-Sudani, popularly known as Jubril Al-Sudani by members of IPOB, and known as late Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired the president of Nigeria. They asked him to come on air live, not a pre-recorded video, and also they asked him to take questions to show that he is alive and not dead. So, do you think this sounds good? Address Nigeria life should not be that difficult. Is the government becoming a child's play? Simple. Show yourself to the people you rule, not lead. Is this hard? These are the questions that are out there that people want them to answer. And of course, if NNAMDI KANU comes out to speak, it comes out in response to question, I think they are just coming up with some online warriors, faceless PAF, to come to fight. What is the job of PAF? What is their job description? What are they standing for? Are they calling for one Nigeria with the same structure and how things are at the moment? I don't think anyone, even someone with a chicken brain, will not call for that anyway. So they brought a group to fight NNAMDI KANU on air. I hope they will come up with voice, as what we've seen only is an article. I hope they will come up with a voice so we can see the message. Let us be fair here. So we can see the message. Let us listen to the message of PAF, the new group, and compare that with the message of the indigenous people of Biafra. It's very simple. We will be able to see what is quantity and quality. That is all. We will be able to see which message is progressive and the one that is retrogressive. There is no fight about this. Let them come up to tell us more. All the article and the analysis I did about it, and I looked at it, I have not seen something concrete. They say they are a group of peace. If they are a group of peace, I refer them to go to the north of Nigeria where we have ISWAP and Boko Haram. Let them put peace there first. They will begin to see that they are a much more productive group, PAF. You see, we need to see the antecedents of your group. We need to know what you are calling for, or what you are fighting for, or what you are, standing for. It is very important that we see all of this. So, PAF, if you are listening, IPOB has already posited. They've already said theirs. We've seen over time, they've said no to one Nigeria. We want a nation of our own, because Nigeria, a business venture, a business center. It is real. This is not made up. British monarchy got a company to manage Nigeria, and they brought in their man to come and do whatever they want. They amalgamated both the north and the south. That being said, the question we should begin to ask ourselves is this: how come ever since the supposed independence, of course it wasn't a total independence, we had neo-colonization and a lot of other issues, how come is it that the same people that collectively went through this oppression, how come they have decided among themselves not to do the right thing? Now, what they are more interested in is how to jump in and out of government, steal, loot, and accuse themselves once in a while. And they will bring out some few, coins, bring out some few droppings, bring out some few shreds, and they give that to some group, faceless group, to come out and begin to talk trash, like this group that is saying they are ready to fight one person, fire for fire and all of that. I think they should put a face to their group. Let's see what it is all about. I don't think they have anything to offer anyway. The system is not working. So why should anyone out there, ask for Nigeria to remain the same? If the structure has been put in place, let's assume as the British left and things were in order, if they collectively called themselves together and they did not act out of greed, they did not act out of ignorance, they did not act out of religious bigotry and many other things that they use to oppress the people, things would have been better. We never have had the need for any secessionist group. But at this moment, there is no restructuring that can put Nigeria together. A break, an aside break, I oftentimes say, let us all be revolutionaries that reflect, because corruption lives in the heart of a typical Nigeria. IPOB has come here to stay, and no one is taking it away.